task 18. Write a function that computes the variance of a list of numbers. So the variance is the sum of squares where each element is subtracted from the mean value and divided by n minus 1, where n is the number of samples. So we can start with def my variance and some list. So first thing we need is we need to have the mean value of the list. But the mean value or the average we already defined in my average. So we just reuse the solution from 17. List 1. Then we need to take the difference between each element of the list, each element in list 1 with the mean value. So we can just say make a new list. And that is, sorry, for I minus mean value L for I in list 1. That is a new list. Let's call it the difference list. Because it's a list, because we have here the syntax of a list comprehension with expression, for keyword, iterator in the sequence. Now each element of difference L must be squared. So my squares equal again the elements of my difference list squared for j and difference. L. Then the squares must be summed up. I think we had a sum above, but that is super simple. We just use the sum method, square. And lastly, we must count the number of elements in list 1, subtract minus 1, and take all of this and divide it by my sum. So my sum divided by the list of elements. My sum divided by the number of elements in list 1 minus 1. And return this. Good. And if there are no errors, we actually could use my var, my variance 1, 2, 3. Get a value. Yes, variance is 1. Right. Now again, to see it maybe a little bit better, we actually can say sigma xi minus x mean squared divided by n minus 1. So again, here this is the variance definition. So first I take the difference, that is here. Then I take the squares, that is this part. Right, and in the code it's here. Then I take the sum. Right, so I suddenly don't have n elements anymore. I only have one element, right, because I sum up all the numbers. And then I divide it by n minus 1. Over here. Now it can be done simpler, right? Because in principle, let me see, I can show you this. 1, 2, 3. This is my list. I subtract 1 from it. No. No, cannot. But numpy.array numpy is not defined. Import numpy smp. So in principle here we could have converted the list directly into a numpy array. So here, and then instead of a list comprehension, we just have used the simple subtraction between array and a constant value. Same for the squares, right? We can always do element-wise operations. With numpy arrays. With lists, it's a little bit difficult. So 1, 2, 3. Sorry. This should not work. Because it's not defined, because it's a list and not an array. So if we would have here a numpy array, our life also would be easier. Sum is similarly easy, and then return value is also simple. So let's see. We are here, go here. The same function, my variance using numpy, passing an array. So we must be actually sure that we have an array. We could get a numpy mean array with a mean value. Then the difference is just array minus mean, the square just diff times diff, and then the return value is sum of the squares divided by the length of the array. Test again. So be careful. We need to provide the arguments as an array. 1, 2, 3. Sorry, array minus 1. Array length minus 1. There we go.